Folks, Harley Daywrider here, back at you once again. Your good old friend HDR, out here once again on the lovely 2018 Road Glide Ultra. And today we're going to be talking a little bit about something that I feel that I have a lot of on this motorcycle. I don't know why it's different from my last bike, from the Electra Glide Classic, and that's why I wanted to talk to you folks out there about it, because, you know, I know it's a good thing and it's a bad thing. So that's what we're talking about today. We're talking about 100% of good and 100% of bad, because it could go either way. And what we're talking about today is confidence. That's confidence. Now, in the BRC course, you know, a couple years ago when I took a refresher, they really stressed that, you know, confidence is one of the biggest killers on motorcycle or with motorcycle riding. Being too confident. You know, you come into a bend like this, you're doing 80 or 90, and you lay it in, and you lay your bike down into that bend, and you go straight into that guardrail, go over it, and obviously, you know, it's probably not going to pan out well for you. But it seems like with this motorcycle, and I don't know why it is, you know, it's just different for me riding this bike, but I feel that I'm a lot more confident on the bike, especially going into lean angles. I just feel like this bike will just lay down in these leans, and I don't know why it's different. You know, basically the frame's the same. Well, I know why it's. I'll back up here a little bit. I think I know why it is. It's not even because it's a Road Glide or Road Glide Ultra. That has nothing to do with it. I think what it actually is, and I know, you know, I can get some hate mail for this, but I truly believe it is the new suspension on these on the new motorcycles. You know, before I bought this bike, I did my research. I read a lot of stuff on the motorcycles, and I'm not even talking about this particular model of motorcycle. I'm talking about you know, the Milwaukee 8 they talk about the you know, the Mount Rushmore package and all that, but with the 17s and the 18s, how they talk about, you know, oh, they built this great new suspension, and I think that's why it feels so much different in these lean angles with this bike than what it did with my last one. The last bike had the stock air shocks on, which I'm not beating them up. We used them for, you know, for the 3 years we had the bike, and it worked perfectly fine. I had no problem with it whatsoever. But yeah, I think that's probably a part of it, is your suspension. So if you feel that you have a bike out there, that guy has absolutely no shirt on and a pair of shorts, and I must have turned the damn radio off, and it's 63 degrees out here. Oh, maybe he's got a lot of bourbon in his body. That could be. Anyway, so yeah, I believe it's the suspension on the bikes, and I think if your bike is not giving you the lean angle or the responsiveness you want, or if you're feeling a little stiff in the corners, check out your suspension and see what you can do with it. And on the Facebook groups, I read a lot of people with these newer bikes, or with any motorcycle. Oh, I'm going to put on new shocks. I'm putting on new shocks. I hate them shocks those bikes come with. You know, they're garbage. And you know, to me, I mean, it's a vast improvement of what I had. So I think that's where you get it. You know, now if you had the Progressives, or there was a shock that Sean Smoke bought not too long ago and put on his bike. They're like $1,000 a set. I can't remember the name of them. Sorry about that, but I do remember he used Progressives at one time. But yeah, so. And they're putting those on these new bikes. So if you've had those shocks in the past, and I can quite understand why, you know, you're looking for that same kind of ride now, and I'm sure you're not getting it with these shocks. But why won't Harley license those shocks from these manufacturers? You know, that would be something I would like to talk to Harley about. It says, why don't you license some of these products? A lot of people are, you know, I'm not getting way off topic here with confidence, but a lot of people are changing the infotainment systems and they're putting the Sony systems in. Well, why don't Harley just license the Sony system from Sony and put it into motorcycles? It would just make more sense. Just do it the day it comes out of the factory. Then we don't have to keep overhauling the bike the day you buy it. So yeah, so what do you feel your confidence level is like on these turns? You know, like you could just lay this bike in this turn. I mean, that's a pretty good lean angle for, you know, for a 900-pound motorcycle. Guy's laying on the roof up there. I don't know what's going on. He must be fixing something. This house here is actually a foundation. Never got built. See that? It's actually, they put a roof on the foundation. They never finished the house. But yeah, the lean angles, I mean, if you get into the leans and give it some throttle and come out of it, I mean, I've been really thoroughly impressed. So am I overconfident? You know, I don't know. Am I going to dump it one day in a corner and just be like, oh, HDR, that was pretty dumb? Who knows? Who knows what's going to come out of that? And I try not to, honestly. I mean, I don't get too overly aggressive, you know. But yeah, you could just. There's actually a Volkswagen Beetle back there. You can't see it there, but kept telling Mrs. HR we need to come down here and see who owns that house and see if we can't buy that little Volkswagen Bug out back. So how is your confidence level on your motorcycle? What do you think? I mean, does confidence obviously does kill. Confidence will kill. And I tell everybody, stress that to everybody that rides a motorcycle, you know. No matter how good we are, there's only that split second of bad judgment that can cost us our lives, you know, or lay you up in the hospital for a long time. So no matter what you think there, you're like, you know. So yeah, let me know what you think. I'm actually taking a ride out here today. I'm going to try to find, there's supposed to be I don't know, well, I don't know if I'll go that far. Maybe not. I wasn't going to see if there's a backside to Cross Creek Park. There's supposed to be a backside, but I don't know. I've never went in that way, so I've never seen the other side. But I don't think I'm going that far. So what was happening with HDR today? Just to give you a little backstory. Today, well, let's back it up even more. This weekend I thought about it. I mean, I had an inkling that I wanted to go. I had a couple friends that went to ride what they call the back of the Dragon. And, you know, but the only problem with me with that is they were actually going down today and coming home tomorrow. And I don't want to do something like that. I just think that's a bit much. Jim, I'm sorry. But, I do think that was a bit, not a lot of riding. The riding doesn't bother me. Everybody knows that. I don't mind. I'll ride. You know, I could do on this bike, I'm sure I could do a 600-mile day. I'm not worried about the ride. I was just worried about the time. You know, you fly down there today, you get to ride a couple roads, you go to sleep, and then you go fly home tomorrow. You know, that's not, doesn't sound, you know, super great. I guess if you have to do it, you have to do it. But I'd rather go down on a Friday and come home on a Monday. I think that's going to be the ultimate. If I do it at all, I want to go Friday, be able to ride the road Saturday and Sunday, and then ride home Monday, or maybe leave half a day Sunday even, and get a start back home and drive partway home, so you don't have to do a marathon drive there. There's a caboose up there. Alright folks, well everybody, I hope you're going to be doing well out there. I hope you're still getting your bikes out and getting some miles on them. I couldn't pass up a chance to ride. Oh, the backstory anyway today was Mrs. HR said, oh, but we got to take some time and clean the basement. So I was like, okay. So that was another reason why I didn't want to go. I wanted to get the basement started and get it cleaned up. So, you know, basements become a magnet for stuff, man. You just keep it, you clean it out, and next thing you know, a year later it's full of stuff again. I don't get it. Alright, well the vlog's getting too long, and I'm going to keep motivating here. So have a great day everybody. Remember, ride your own ride. Be safe out there. Let me know in the comments below what your confidence level is on your motorcycles. And I will talk to you next time. Harley Day Roger, be down and out. in southwestern Pennsylvania. Bye-bye for now.